sera, sono senza occhiali, non vedo nulla.
Aspettiamo che si connette Laura e iniziamo la diretta.
Hello!
Buongiorno!
Buongiorno!
Ciao!
Hi!
Ok, iniziamo questa diretta. Buongiorno a tutti. Siamo qui con Laura e Federica di Creative Italy e oggi iniziamo questa seconda intervista che abbiamo anticipato nella prima la settimana scorsa. Siamo qui con Abby, esperta della cucina e dell'enogastronomia, e l'intervista sarà concentrata, diciamo, a promuovere le vacanze creative e in maniera specifica questo settore.
Okay, hi. I'll switch to in English. Hello, everyone, and we're very happy to introduce you, Abby, for our retreat, Cook and Wine Maremma, and the concept behind it. So we start with we want. So the first question, Abby, is this one. How crucial is to safeguard and transmit intangible cultural heritage, such as handicraft and gastronomy, which are highly regarded by UNESCO and held in equal esteem to physical monuments?
Okay, I think it's very crucial because our society today is too fast. We're all guilty. We're all guilty of going to the supermarket and filling our trolley up and filling our fridge up with things that are easy and fast. And Italy especially is a slow culture. It's a slow food movement. It's everything has its place, and from shopping at the market to Nonna, who would spend all of Sunday morning cooking for Sunday lunch. I'm scared, and you know, our nonnas and the generation now, they're in their 80s. We are losing lots of the traditions and the special traditions that bring families and people together. And I feel quite a lot of stress about it. I you know, have so many diaries, and they're at my mother-in-law's and my great uncle's house, my husband's uncle's house. And every time I have something that I need to write down, like I'll ask them, when do I plant this? Or how do you make that? And what do you use? And how do you do it? And I'm sure they hate my questions all the time. Like I'm always asking them questions. But I feel that our generation, we're not interested in the past. We're looking so much to the future. Everything's so digital and so prepackaged. I think we really need to get back to sustainable eating and taking care of ourselves through food. I think that's one of the important things. And, you know, obviously in Maremma with UNESCO, we have the Valdorcia, which is famous for grain. And, you know, grain's been, I think, demonized. You know, everybody's gluten-free and this and that. But that's modern agriculture that's making us allergic, maybe, or intolerant. And we need to get back to the roots of food and seasonal produce, and not import as much, and really return to simple, heartfelt, homeland cooking, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's great, and we all agree with
Right.
I think.
Right. I agree with you, totally.
And in fact, Abby is the chef behind Cook and Wine in Maremma, because she has a lot of knowledge about the ancient recipes. She did a lot of research. But before getting into that, I would like to ask Abby another question. Can tourism activities that showcase gastronomy be deemed as viable approach to counter seasonal fluctuation in tourism?
Absolutely, because food is so seasonal. So you know, you talk about winter. Winter has fabulous produce, fabulous green, la verde, cavolo nero, fantastic green vegetables. In the springtime, you know, you have strawberries, you have wild asparagus, you have fresh asparagus, you have fava beans, baccelli. Summer, obviously, you know, summer foods, tomato and watermelon and melon and prosciutto, the famous dishes of Italy. And also in autumn, which can sometimes be a really overlooked season, which I think, especially for Maremma cuisine, is one of the best seasons. You have mushrooms, you have porcini, you have chestnuts, you have lots of wild game. I think it's absolutely, you can cover all the seasons, and every time of year is so different and so special. You know, for example, November you have pumpkins and you have semi-seasoned cheeses, and it's absolutely wonderful. And you know, quite often people think winter is quite a sad time of year, but actually I think winter's the most special time of year. Some really flavorful food and vegetables and I think for tourism, it's great. People often forget, and lots of things have been forgotten, and to come back, and it's not just melanzane and zucchini grigliate. There's lots of other things that you can find. So, you know, absolutely, this will close the seasonal gap. You open a whole new world.
But not faster. What do you think about our retreats? I mean, do you like this idea we are trying to launch to try to develop a different kind of tourism? Do you like our retreats? I mean, it's a new way of traveling. But do you think that would be good, a different way for a traveler to discover Italy? What do you think?
I absolutely agree that I do enjoy your retreats, and I think that it's an excellent way of promoting lost Italy.
Right.
Because, you know, most people think of Italy that you're going to have a pizza, you're going to have carbonara, you're going to eat bread, and you're going to go to the Trevi Fountain and to the Duomo in Firenze, and that's Italy. That's not Italy. There are so many more beautiful things to see and do. And I love off the beaten track tourism, as we say. I love teaching people, you know, special things that you won't get on a tourist menu in the piazza. You'd never see, you know, you'd never see pizza agli aglioni in the piazza in Firenze. You'd never find that. You know, salami with cinghiali. You would never find that in lots of menus. You really have to look for it. And you know, there's so many wonderful things that with off the beaten tourism and you know, really immersing yourself into the culture is special. You know, I think it needs to change people's ideas of what Italy's about. You know, it's not always what you see on the TV shows.
Yeah.
Supporting us.
Yeah, we're very happy to have Abby on board with this amazing retreat in Maremma. Cook and Wine Retreat. You can see all the dates available on our website, but please sign up on our newsletter, because soon we will send you a special promo for all the packages. So sign up for our newsletter. We close up today with this live with Abby, but I want to ask Abby one more question. Which one is your favorite recipe in Maremma?
Wow, this is so hard.
You can tell them just a little bit.
Is so hard because I have lots of favorites and it depends on the time of year. But my classic, my number one go-to on any menu, anywhere, is tortelli maremmana. So it's fresh, homemade, pillow-sized pasta filled with ricotta. And if you're very lucky and you find a really old-fashioned restaurant, they don't just use spinach. They use erbette di campo, so herbs from the paddock, from the field, which is amazing.
And if you come and do the cooking with Abby, she will teach you how to cook tortelli alla maremmana.
Perfect.
So we wait for you in Maremma.
Yes, we can't wait.
Thank you, Federica. Thank you, Roberta.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you.
And see you for the next live interview with we're flying to Sicily with Emanuela and the Eco Arte. So see you next Tuesday.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Vi ringrazio per averci seguito e mi raccomando, seguiteci e ci vediamo nella prossima intervista con Emanuela EcoArt. Grazie.
Ciao.
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 Ciao.